Hey everybody, Caleb White here with Caleb White Studios. I am a juried member of the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen. Unfortunately, this year we will not be seeing you at Mount Sunapee in person. However, the League has decided to do a virtual fair to bring all the wonderful crafts of all the fine craftsmen out there straight to your door. I am a knife maker with the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen. I've been juried in for about 4 years now. And I've participated in the last 2 years of the fair. I've had such a great opportunity to meet so many fine collectors out there, and I'm so thankful for those of you tuning in this year. Hopefully we'll be back to the mountain next year and see you all in person. All right, August 1st through August 9th is the virtual fair for the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen, and that is when I will have everything I have created for this fair this year available through my website, calebwhitestudios.com or calebwhiteneknives.com. You can purchase directly through my website, online, secure and all that good stuff. You'll see my online store. I'll post a real quick graphic here on how to navigate my website. Alright, so you can see my website is pretty simple to navigate. It's not too hard to find the online store or my catalog. I have 5, potentially 6 knives, one may already be sold, available for the show this year. They're all pocket knives, and then I have one fixed blade. After a lot of feedback from customers and collectors throughout the years, I've decided to focus a lot of my time and energy on making more folding knives available for the show this year specifically. I do offer a wide range of knives, from straight razors, pocket knives, folding knives, daggers and swords, to hunting knives and similar buoys and that type of things. But primarily this year I have folding knives available for the show. I'm going to get into each one, give you a good solid description and video of each one of these knives and its fit, finish, and function, and the type of materials I used and all that good stuff. So I'm going to break it down individually. Throughout the week, if you'd like to contact me, you can either contact me directly through my website, calebwhiteneknives.com or calebwhitestudios.com. I have a contact button down there you can use to get to my email, which is info@calebwhitestudios.com. The second way you can contact me, which I will be monitoring daily throughout the course of the show, is my Instagram account, which is @CalebWhiteKnives. That is where I get most of my interaction traffic, and I post daily videos. I'm going to be posting daily videos of these knives I have for sale. I'm trying to interact as much as possible, answer questions and that kind of thing. If you'd like to make an order for a knife I don't have available, or you see something similar that you want something a little different, you can go to my website, look under my catalog, and it'll give you the prices and specs and breaks down of the different types of knives I offer and what you can order. So just reach out to me on email if you'd like to make an order, or reach out to me through Instagram if you have questions. I also have a Facebook page, Caleb White Knives. My wife manages it. I don't personally have a Facebook account, so she's going to be fielding some questions for me, and she'll make sure I get those throughout the course of the week. Or you can just break down and email me straight at info@calebwhitestudios.com, and I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have and clarify anything you need about specs on any of the knives. The knives listed on my website for sale in my online store, they will be listed at a sale price from August 1st to August 9th. At the end of the show, they're going to revert back to normal prices. If you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I will try to stay in as accessible contact as possible this week throughout the fair. And hopefully, this will be the last year we got to do a virtual fair. Hopefully next year we'll all be back to the mountain and get to see you in person. So without further ado, let me break down what I got. All right, let's get into this. The first product I want to show everybody is what I think a really special piece. This one is, now forgive the fingerprints and stuff, smudges as I show you. I'll clean them all off before they ship, but this is a titanium frame lock with an anodized titanium frame. Frame locks, the kind of key to that style of knife, is they are stronger than most any other pocket knife design out there. But the frame and the handle and the lock are integral to one another. So the frame itself is titanium, both sides. The lock bar here is titanium integrated into the frame. It makes for really strong and solid lockup. This is a model I call the guillotine. It features stainless hardened pin for stopping the blade forward and back, stainless hardware, a titanium anodized bronze back spacer, titanium anodized handles, and this is what I would call a maroon or a burgundy iridescent titanium anodizing, a bronze anodized titanium pivot, screw, and heads, and then a nice titanium collar just as a detail around the pivot. The thumb stud, which is a thumb stud opening knife, is also titanium. Now if you use the thumb stud to open, it's got a detent lock up, so there's a detent in the back of the lock, which actually holds the blade closed. Detent lockup, pretty strong. You can flick it open pretty easy if you kind of get your process down. The blade on this is a Wharncliffe or sheep's foot style blade. The Damascus you see here is actually stainless Damascus. It's forged by a man named Mike Norris. He's a superb craftsman. He forges primarily stainless Damascus. So I used his billet to shape my knife out of for this particular piece. Overall, it's stainless, so it's pretty worry-free. It's also got tool steel mixed in with it, so it's a really tough knife as well. So this would make not just a great collector's knife, but also a really tough working pocket knife. And this is true of all my knives, to disengage the lock, this is the lock bar. It actually engages with the back of the blade there, making for a really tough knife that is really hard to break closed. You actually can't the way I make them. As you grip the knife, the strength of the knife overall only gets stronger with the grip. So you can't, it's pretty worry-free. You don't have to worry about the lock bar breaking loose and closing on your hand with this type of knife. It's a really, really rugged knife, but it can also be a really, really great canvas for making a beautiful collector's knife. So to disengage, you simply slide the lock bar to the left, and then you can close the blade and lock on detent. Okay, number 2 on the block here is another guillotine, my model called the Guillotine. It is also a titanium frame lock. It features an integrated or inlaid G10, gray G10 handle inlay here, an anodized titanium backspacer, titanium anodized pivot and collar, and an RWL34 blade, as well as a titanium pocket clip. And this is all hand machined, handmade, of course. This is League New Hampshire Craftsman. So this one also has a thumb stud for opening. It's a stainless thumb stud. The blade steel is RWL34 stainless. It has a satin finish on it for usability, so it's really good finish for a using and working knife. Easy to clean up, easy to smudge also, but easy to clean up. So a satin finish on that for a good working knife. Overall, a simple yet elegant pocket knife, again with the titanium frame lock. All right, the third model I have is also a guillotine in stainless. This one is 154 cm stainless blade. It is a titanium frame lock as well with titanium and stainless hardware. The backspacer on this one is natural micarta, so it's a little bit different than the others in that it has a slightly different backspacer. Titanium pocket clip as well. This one, the main difference being that it is a flipper. It is a flipper action opening knife, so you can actually use the flipper on the back. It has caged stainless bearings that are on the bearing surfaces on the inside, which help it with that really quick, smooth action. Also a good simple satin finish on the blade. Helps make it a good working knife with a simple and easy to clean finish. Number 4 is my last guillotine model that I have with me, and this one's slightly different in that it is a liner lock. So it has titanium liners, which are the core of the frame, with handle overlays. So actually G10, gray G10 handles over top of it. Stainless hardware, stainless pin, titanium hand machined pocket clip as well, and a bronze backspacer. So this backspacer on this one I did in bronze, and then I patinaed it with various processes and did some hand filing and sculpting on it to give it kind of a more unique look. So this one's a little slightly thicker than the others because of the liner lock, but similar operation in that it has a thumb stud and CPM 154 stainless steel blade that is really super easy to clean, super easy to maintain, wicked sharp edge, and worry-free as it is stainless. This is a utility style finish. So the liner lock, the main difference being that the titanium is not the full frame. It is only the liner on the inside, which constitutes the locking mechanism right there. Again, you just push the locking mechanism down and locked up on the D. Okay, number 5 in the lineup is a slightly different model. It is also a titanium frame lock, and it features titanium pins, pivots, and collars, stainless, 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 and a black micarta backspacer titanium pocket clip. This one is called the Kyber. It is a slightly different style than the guillotine, in that it has a different blade shape and a slightly different handle shape. They are similarly inspired, but the blade shape on this one is more what you would see in conjunction with like a classic hunter or a clipped hunter. So this is a new design. I just put, this is actually the first titanium frame lock I've made of it. I'd prototyped one earlier this year in a liner lock, but this is the first titanium frame lock coming out in this model. So that'll be available on the website with further prices and specs. All right, and the last folding knife I have available in the show is this little guy. This is also a prototype. It is a titanium frame lock, and I'm calling this one the Mini Kogatana. Traditionally, in Japanese swordsmithing, a kogatana was a small utility knife worn in the scabbard of your main katana. This one has a titanium anodized frame, stainless hardware all the way around, stainless thumb stud, and a titanium lock bar. You'll notice it does not have a pocket clip, so this one is meant and intended to be a small, easily packable, very slimline and streamlined carry knife for everyday use, a gentleman's knife or for what have you. The blade on this one, being the prototype, I made it as a W2 high carbon tool steel. It has a hamon in it, which is again a traditional Japanese bladesmithing technique to produce a harder edge and a softer spine. You can see that wavy line there. That kind of denotes where there is an actual metallurgical change in the steel. So this is a high carbon steel. It does not have stainless in it, chromium in it, so it will oxidize quicker than stainless will, but with a little minor care and some oil, light oil, which I always oil the blades before shipping, a little light oil and some TLC, and no worries, you've got yourself a really tough blade that is very easy to sharpen and pretty easy to clean up too. So this is a really great usable knife. This is the prototype of that new model called the Mini Kogatana. Now this one overall is only about 6 inches long total when opened, 2 7/8 inch blade, so it's got a blade that is small and short enough to comply with most restrictive knife laws in places like that where you may have heavy restrictions on knives. This one will fill the bill there. So again, a titanium frame lock, so disengage the lock like that, and rolls closed and held by the detent in the lock. Alright, the last knife on the table for the year is actually a skien that I brought last year. A skien is a traditional Scottish dirk. This again was a utility style knife for them. You keep it in your sock, your hose, in your or under your arm. This one has a CPM 150 floor stainless blade, so it's worry free, super sharp, easy to maintain blade, a bronze patinaed guard, and a hand carved acacia wood handle. So this has been stabilized as well, so it's really stable overall with a leather sheath, and pretty worry-free knife. This is more of a traditional style knife if you're into reenactment, or you just wanted something more traditional, more historically relevant. This is kind of my take on that knife, called the skien, which is a Scottish dirk, a small dirk. Alright, and I'm just go ahead and lay these out here for viewing, but thank you again for joining me. Really excited to be bringing y'all this virtual show this year. These are the knives I will have on my website available for immediate purchase on August 1st. They are, again, all titanium frame locks, except this being a liner lock. From a making standpoint, titanium frame locks are one of the hardest knives to make, but they are also the strongest type of folding knife you can get. So that's, to me, these are hard use pieces that are elegantly refined. In my opinion, I like to make something useful and hard use as its intent and purpose first, and then refine it from there for a little more elegance and a little more can look good and work good too. There's no reason you can't do both. So thank you for joining me again. Go ahead and check out my website, calebwhitestudios.com or calebwhitenKnives.com. I will also be posting on Instagram as the show progresses, and as they sell, I will also put that out there, which ones are sold. They will ship within 24 to 48 hours of being sold, secure, with insurance, tracking information, and all that good stuff to follow. So thank you again for joining me.